Today is just a bunch of Hocus Pocus. Hello, my name is Ashley and welcome to my second video in my Halloween decorating series. I have been waiting for this moment since last year. I did not get to decorate my coffee bar or my kitchen because I was 9 months pregnant and I just didn't get to it. But I knew I wanted to do Hocus Pocus and a witch theme. Now, the colors are gonna be bright. They're gonna be your typical lime green, purple, orange, and black, but I'm telling you, it's gonna be so fun and so festive and you're not gonna wanna miss it. If you're excited, give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to click that subscribe button and turn on those notifications so you're notified when I upload more videos. All right, well, let's drink our witch's brew, grab your broom, because it's time to fly. All right, well, first we're going to be starting off at my Witch's Brew coffee bar. And you can see I already have my sign hung there. I actually made that as a DIY on my other channel. And as always, I will have that channel linked down below. I have quite a few of my DIYs in this video today. So you're going to want to hop over there and check it out. But I'm just going to start off by putting a little piece of creepy cloth on this top shelf. And then I'm going to go in with these spooky trees. Now, I did add the bats to the top, but I just felt like I needed something tall to kind of fill up that space there since the sign is so short. Next, I'm going to go in with these super cute Rae Dunn mugs, and I thought these were perfect because this is a coffee bar after all. So I'm just going to go ahead and spread them out. There are 4, and I just think they're adorable. Next, I'm going to go in with 2 pumpkins, 1 on either side, and that's it for that top shelf. Next, for the second shelf, I again am going to use a little piece of creepy cloth. And what I'm doing is just cutting the creepy cloth either into thirds or in half. There's no need to waste a whole creepy cloth when it's such a small shelf. But you'll notice that anything that I'm using as risers, and this goes for the whole video, I am going to cover if I'm using the creepy cloth anyway. That way it's not as noticeable. So once I have my creepy cloth all kind of situated and laid out how I like, I am going to go in with this little spider web piece from the Dollar Tree. I've had that for years. And then I have this sign from the Dollar Tree. I'm just going to use that as a riser, because I'm going to put some potion books on top, and I just felt like it needed to be a little higher. Now, I've had these potion books for years. I want to say they came from Michael's a long time ago, and I love them. And like I said, these are the colors of the whole video. Then I'm going to add these canisters that I actually have had forever, because these were actually my original coffee bar canisters. Like, I used them every single day. So I thought that these would be perfect on my Halloween coffee bar. Then on either side on the plates, I'm going to add a Rae Dunn mug and topper. And then I'm just going to go in with some little spiders. That way it kind of breaks it up a little bit and adds the purple color there. And that's it to that second shelf. Next, we're going to move to the coffee bar itself, and I'm going to, again, add a creepy cloth here. And you can see that cord. Now, that cord actually goes to something we are going to be adding. I went ahead and plugged it in off camera. That way it was already done, but wait until you see it. Now, for my tiered tray, I'm going to be using this one that is Rae Dunn. I don't know where I got it. I want to say I got it from Sierra online, but I just love it. I think it's so fun. And then to the top, we're going to add a misting LED cauldron, and look how cool this is. I absolutely love it. It was a great $5 spent at Dollar Tree Plus. And it mists and it lights up, and it's my daughters and I have just really been enjoying it. So all you do is plug it in and add water, and that's it. And then it's on for 4 hours, and then it will turn off, which I really love. Next, I'm going to add this little cauldron to the back, and then I made that DIY on my other channel years ago. And then I have this wicked candle holder, and then you'll see that better in a minute. But I made that little bat, and it says just add scream and sugar. Then I'm going to add a pitcher with some straws, and now I'm going to go in and just kind of dress up this tiered tray with some spiders, some flowers, and I even cut off little pieces of the creepy cloth to fill in any holes too. So real quick, I want to take this opportunity to welcome you to my YouTube channel. If you're new, let me know down in the comments. But like I said, my name is Ashley, and I'm a wife and a mama of two, a 6-year-old and an almost 1-year-old. And if you love all things home decor, home decorating, cleaning, organizing, shopping, hauls, mama hacks, and mama life, and everything in between, this is definitely the channel for you. Now, I like to keep it real on my channel. I live in leggings. My hair is always in a messy bun. I rarely ever wear makeup, and I am just trying to get through this thing called life. So if you can relate to any of that, definitely hit that subscribe button so we can hang out more often. I have a bunch of fun content coming up. This is the second video, like I said, in my Halloween decorating series, and I think I have at least 2 more plus the home tour, so you're gonna want to turn on those notifications so you're notified. And then I have, of course, Christmas decorating coming up, but we also do vlog style here too. So we are actually leaving for San Francisco shortly, and I'm hoping to vlog some of that and kind of take you on that little getaway with us. I'm in a wedding, so I'd love to share our trip. And then, of course, we have Halloween festivities and just lots of fun things. So if you want to hang out with me, definitely stay tuned for all that. I want to know down in the comments, have you picked out your Halloween costumes yet? Normally, we are done, we are good to go, but we really have no idea what we want to be this year. So put some suggestions down below for a family of 4, 2 little girls, me, and then my husband, and because I need all the help. Normally I'm on top of it, but I don't know, we just can't decide. For my mug rack, I am going to hang these 3 mugs: Creep It Real, Drink Up Witches, and More Booze Please. And I just thought that these were so fun, and of course they are already done. And then, of course, we have to add the Hocus Pocus I Need Coffee to Focus mug to the Keurig. To finish off my coffee bar, I found this at Spirit Halloween, and I thought it was perfect for Hocus Pocus theme. And that's it. That completes my Witch's Brew coffee bar. All right, now we're going to move on to the kitchen, and I actually made this tiered tray a couple years ago on my channel, and I love it. I think it's so fun, but it's perfect for Hocus Pocus. So I am going to add this like little Hocus Pocus container. I'm basically using it for the weight because the plates are kind of uneven, which you'll see in a little bit. And then I'm going to add a bunch of DIYs that I made on the other channel in a video for Hocus Pocus tiered tray DIYs. I can go ahead and put that link in the description box below. But we have a bubbling cauldron, we have the 3 book stack, we have the black flame candle, and then we of course have Binks. And then you need the spell book as well. Then I also had this little rolling pin that I thought was cute. You know, it is a kitchen. And then we had these little figures. Now, I know my daughter has Sarah somewhere. It is somewhere in her room. I'm going to have to tear her room apart and try to find it. I already sent her up there to look for it and she couldn't. So I did save a little spot for Sarah for when we actually find it. But for now, I'm going to add Mary and Winnie. And you're going to see me kind of play around with this tier tray a little bit. It is very fragile. You can see it's wobbly, and because, I just used hot glue, I didn't use any kind of special glue. So I had to be very careful, but you can see how this lifts up that plate. See how that just went up? So you can tell that it was not even. So I'm just going to kind of move things around and kind of play with all of these items until I get the tiered tray that I love. So next I'm going to go in with this black towel ladder, and I'm going to put this lime green towel over it. You can see that there's something on the inside. I just flipped it inside out. That way it's just solid. And next I'm going to add the twist the bones and bend the back towel that I got from Spirit Halloween this year. And of course it's perfect for Hocus Pocus, right? And then I'm just going to add it to by my knife set to hide that outlet. And then I thought it'd be fun to add a little bat as well. Now, moving to my oven and stove, I am going to add this little charcuterie coffin tray, and then I'm going to add this candle, and it smells so good. I got it at Home Goods, and I loved the colors. It was perfect. Next, I am going to add this pumpkin, but you're going to see me switch it out for something that I totally forgot that I had, and then remembered as I was doing this, and I cannot even believe I forgot. Look at this. Are these not the perfect salt and pepper shakers for a witch Hocus Pocus kitchen? I mean, honestly, how fun is that? So I went ahead and added those to my little tray. Now I always like to add a towel to the handle of my oven, so I'm going to I put a spell on you towel, and I got these at Home Goods, I believe, and so I'm just going to put that right in the front. And then we're going to move over to my utensil holder, and I am so excited about this find. But first, I'm going to cover this log here with a little bit of creepy cloth. Then to hold my utensils, I'm actually going to use this black pitcher that I got on sale 50% off from Pop Shelf after summer. I could not believe it. It was exactly what I was looking for this area. Then I'm just going to add my regular utensils and then add some fun Halloween ones. Now, I know that's an excessive amount of Halloween utensils, but just look how fun it is. They're just so addicting. I love all of these colors, and I don't know, I just think it's neat. Now we're going to move to this towel rack on the side of my cabinets, and I'm going to go in with this little pot holder that says the witch is in. That came from Dollar General. This towel right here came from Dollar Tree. And this is another thing that I made on my channel years and years ago. Years ago. So I'm going to go ahead and add that. Next, I'm going to go in with these little potion bottles that just came off a sign from the Dollar Tree, and I just added a hanger to them. That way I can use them as hanging decor for this space specifically. Now, again, you're going to see me move some stuff around and kind of play with this area until I get it to how I like, but the end result is pretty magical. So sometimes it does take some experimenting and just playing and plugging with some decor, but just take your time and just keep working at it. And sometimes it helps to walk away and then come back. And also, you may want to try taking a picture and looking at it through a picture because then you can kind of get a different visual. Next, we're going to move to above my refrigerator. And I actually had my husband add this sign. It says, "This kitchen is for dancing," and it is perfect for our family for sure. And while he was up there, I asked him to add some spider webs because even standing on a ladder, I'm still too short to reach that. So that's going to be up there all year round. But now let's add some Halloween decor to the top of my refrigerator. Now, the story behind this is that there was a cabinet there, but we had to take it out because the refrigerator didn't fit. And now there's a big, ugly hole. So I always like to decorate this space. That way it kind of conceals it a little bit. Now, truth be told, I did know what I was doing here because I always try to experiment before I record because I don't want to be up here all day long getting up and down the ladder to move things around and everything. So that's why you see all of the risers placed exactly where they're going to be. So first I went in with a creepy cloth and I'm kind of just draping it all over all of the little risers and things like that. Then I'm going to go in with a purple Ray Dunn pumpkin. Then this potion and spell piece from Ray Dunn that I absolutely adore. Then I'm going to go in with this cookie jar hat, witch hat that I got on clearance last year after Halloween, and I just love it. I think it's so pretty. Then, of course, I have to add my Hocus Pocus cauldron, and I actually do use this for parties, and I put witch's brew in there, so it's a ton of fun. Next, I'm going to go in with some little glittery pumpkins, and I did put them on like little log risers because they just needed to be up a little bit. So I'm just going to kind of play with this area, but again, I really loved how the top of the fridge came out. You're going to have to see how I do it up for Christmas too. It is super cute. And as you can see, my husband was there to lend a hand. And then I finished this top off with the broom. And I thought this came out really fun. All right, now we're going to move to one of my favorite places to decorate in my kitchen, and it's this shelf. So first, I'm going to, again, add the creepy cloth to the bottom of the shelf. And then I'm going to go in with a cauldron that I actually got from the Target dollar spot about 2 years ago. Now, don't you think it's weird that there's two outlets right next to each other? I just think that's so odd. So I always try to do my best to hide them. Next, I'm going to go in with this black hat that came from either TJ Maxx or Home Goods a couple years ago. And then, we got to add some candy. So I have this black gumball machine, and I like to stuff the bottom of it because that whole thing is hollow. So all of my candy would go all the way down to the bottom. So I like to stuff it a little bit so I don't have to use as much. So I put about 3 napkins in there. And then I'm just going to go ahead and add my candy corn. Now, I'm probably going to have to move this jar because I know one of my little stinkers is going to climb up on the counter and get my candy corn. So I'm not sure how long this will last, but for now, it's really fun.
I already did.
I know, that's why I said that. So after my jar was filled, I'm going to add it to the top of my shelf. And then I'm going to go in with this super cute witch holding a black cat. That also either came from TJ Maxx or Home Goods a couple years ago. Now I did add a little lid underneath it just to kind of raise it up a little bit. And then I have these bowls that say candy and treats from Ray Dunn. And so I'm going to add that. Now I did stuff the bottom bowl so the candy bowl would like kind of raise up a little bit. And look at these little crows. How, or maybe they're ravens. I'm not sure. But how cute are these? These came from the Target dollar spot this year. So you could kind of see the newspaper I used to raise up that orange bowl. So I just went ahead and stuffed some spider web in there, and I thought it gave it a really cool effect. So now I'm going to go in with this witch's recipe sign that I got from Michael's this year because I thought, of course, it was perfect for a Hocus Pocus kitchen. So now I'm just going to kind of move things around, make sure that it all fits, and then I'm going to add a potion bottle to either side of my recipe sign, and I did steal these from my witch apothecary and that video I uploaded last week, and if you missed it, you've got to check it out. I turned my dining room into a witch's like dinner party, and it was really cute. I also did my spooky living room too in that video. All right, now we're going to move down to the bottom of the shelf, and I just took a little bit of creepy cloth and covered those plates. That way they weren't so like stark white. And I did that to both of the sets. And then I'm going to go in with these really cute, well, I guess scary pumpkins that say beware. And I got these from Dollar General a couple years ago, and they do light up, which I think is super fun too. Then I'm going to add some creepy cloth to the middle section of this little shelf, and I'm going to add a little Ray Dunn Boo pumpkin. And I thought that this shelf came out so fun. Now you're going to see that I do go in and add some spiders just to kind of add some finishing touches, but this is one of my favorite places in my kitchen. So next to that shelf, I have been keeping fruit there. So I went ahead and put this little cutting board behind it that says RIP, and I thought it was so cool. I don't even remember where that came from, to be completely honest, but I thought it would be fun to add our fruit to a cauldron. How neat is that? Now, normally we have bananas, but we ran out. All right, now, I love this sign. When I saw it at Michael's this year, I had to have it. And luckily, all their stuff was 50% off by the time I went back, and they happened to still have it. So I went ahead and hung it on top of my sink area. And then I'm going to go in with a strand of lights and hang that over my window, and then cover those with some creepy cloth. So now I'm going to go in with some random pieces that I thought would be fun to add to these shelves, like this poisonous apple, and then I'm going to go in with some witch's shoes and a snow globe, and then the canister that I'm going to add that says trick or treat actually has my baby's formula in it, so it's decor yet functional. Now we're going to move on to this hangy shelf thing. I never know what to call it. And I'm going to start off by hanging my broom parking only sign. And I made this in my last DIY video on that other channel, and I'm going to keep this really simple. I am just going to hang some fun brooms that I already had in my stash, but I'm also going to add a witch's hat and a witch's cape. And I loved how this area came out. I think it's perfect. It's simple yet fun, and it fits the theme perfectly. Now, of course, we could not leave Romeo out, our little doggy, so I picked him up some Hocus Pocus bowls for his food and water. Moving back into the kitchen part, I always like to add something over the cabinet above my microwave because I just feel like it's just kind of boring over there. So I went ahead and added this little spider web piece, and then of course, I have to add a little spider to it too. Now I'm going to go and add bats all around the top part of my cabinet on the wall part. And I just thought that this brought the whole kitchen together and really stepped it up. Finally, I'm going to add a little bit of a creepy cloth to the middle of my island here, or peninsula, whatever. I always call it an island. And then in the middle, look how fun this is. I'm going to add this cauldron with these witches' legs that actually move and make noise. Now, it was a little noisy in my house, so I didn't really show the audio, but look how fun those are. So now it's time to add some finishing touches like a dog treat jar and a new kitchen mat. And that's it. That's my Hocus Pocus kitchen. What do you think? All right, well, that's it. That completes another Halloween decorating video. I hope you loved my Hocus Pocus. I hope you loved my Hocus Pocus kitchen and coffee bar. I think it all came out spooktacular. Well, I want to thank you so much for joining me. I hope you got a lot of inspiration and ideas on some decorating for Halloween. And I guess that completes another day in the life with Ash. Bye!